Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go. The fallout has begun. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. That huge rivalry we keep hearing about. Game ticket prices nosedive as Fever Star ruled out 2 weeks with quad injury. I believe that's going to be longer. I may do a video on that as we get more, but I think 2 weeks is sort of, we're going to start with 2 weeks and then we're going to take a look at it and then we're going to keep her out a little longer. But we're already seeing serious consequences for the way the WNBA has handled everything and not this realization that, or I should say, not getting this realization that Caitlin Clark really right now is the WNBA. And look, there's not a lot you could change about that right in this moment, but they could have done a lot more from the beginning. So, people are kind of fed up with the nonsense, but as you can see here, we'll dig into this a little bit. I'll show you some stuff on Ticketmaster as well so you can see it. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark, sophomore season in the WNBA has had the same impact as her rookie season. The level of popularity she's brought to the W has been felt in the league's finances and fan popularity. And we've gone through a lot of that with regard to, I mean, I just did a video on her economic impact and, how she was like 26.5% of the league's economic activity last year and on and on and on. And now it's almost like there's a fire sale when it comes to ticket prices for Fever games, specifically for away games, right? Because I think what you have here, in all fairness to the people who are now the Fever fans that are selling tickets, and because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, they're abandoning the team and this isn't, and all this. But if you're making this a trip, and I think someone yesterday said to me I forget where they were going. I forget where the trip was. Um, But it was a trip. I mean, I think they were driving, but it was still a ways. I believe there was a hotel involved. It was going to be like $3,000 to go see Caitlin Clark. Well, I think we can all understand if you're shelling out that kind of money, mainly to see a specific player, you probably don't want to do that if that player's not playing. This is why. Let me put it in this perspective because I don't see anyone talking about this. Now, there's a variety of reasons about the whole load management stuff that's all the rage in the NBA right now. And there are a lot of reasons to not like it. These players have way more in terms of helping them train and recover and all that than players used to, yet those players could play, and today's players are just a little soft. Now, the other issue with there that is huge, that I think is the big reason that the NBA is trying to crack down on this, is because of the impact it has on the fans. Sports now, the major ones, the established ones, NBA, NFL, it is not cheap. No matter where you're sitting, it is no longer cheap. So for a lot of people, it is simply going out. It might be a once a season thing where they bring out the whole family to the game and it costs a lot of money. No one wants to shell out that kind of money for that kind of experience and then find out the stars or star, whomever it might be, the main player they're there to see, even if they're the fan of the team, is, while still healthy, not playing because of load management. Okay. So you can understand people who maybe this is the only time they might get to see her. And if they're going to be shelling out that kind of money, why would they go? It doesn't have anything to do with not being a fan of the rest of the team or anything like that, which is where a lot of people are making it. It's it's a serious financial impact for a lot of people. And if the players that they really want to see aren't playing, I think we can all understand whether it's Caitlin Clark or someone else in the NBA. And again, the NBA is having that issue. That is a big reason it's an issue. The stars put butts in the seats. Yes, it's completely skewed in the WNBA to Caitlin Clark, but in the NBA, stars put butts in the seats too. Okay, let's be clear on that. Now, we've got the Fever Sky coming up, rematch in Chicago on June 7th, I believe. And ticket prices are plummeting. Last year you had record-breaking ticket prices. I think it was 334 on average, 165 to get in for the game back in August of 2024. And as you can see here from Bro Bible, Caitlin Clark's injury proves Angel Reese wrong. Ticket prices are dropping fast after it was announced Clark will miss the Indiana Fever's upcoming rivalry game against the Chicago Sky. The reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too. I want y'all to realize that.
Teammates, and if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's
Can we get an update on that? Does she really believe that she's going to go? It's amazing how she's always talking about how she's good with being the villain and she'll play that role, and yet she's constantly playing victim. But hey, that's another conversation for another day. But that's a good one. Always makes me laugh. I don't know if you'll actually see it because I got whacked for it before when I showed 6 seconds of it. But anyway, here we go. Right. Sky Fever set a record for the most expensive WNBA game at the time with a get-in price of 165. The first meeting between the two teams this season on May 17th had a get-in price of over 75. But now ticket prices are plummeting. Okay, ticket prices are plummeting. I'm going to show you something here in a second. You know, I mean, we're talking about to the $50, $60 range for June 7. It's like a 70% plus drop. Yes, there are similar drops as well for Mystics games, the Sun games, which completely contrasts with, I think it was like 173 for Clark's return to Atlanta. I mentioned the Clark's impact on the league, 26.5% of all WNBA activity last year. So let's go on over and take a look at this. And by the way, if I just, right, you can see, look at June 7th isn't that far away, people. Look at the number of tickets in each section. In each section, right? We can go all the, and it's down here too. We can go through here, 59 there, 92 in that section, 79 in that section, 55 in that section, 56 in that section, right? And we go over here to the right. If you check this out, verified resale ticket, verified resale, verified resale, verified, right? We're looking at all these resale tickets now. It's like an absolute fire sale for this game because apparently it's mostly Caitlin Clark fans who are probably from out of town. I'm sure there are Caitlin Clark fans in Chicago. There are Caitlin Clark fans everywhere. I think we all know that. But if you are traveling, and I did another video on this, remember with that, like the insane average distance that Caitlin Clark fans who were attending games in Cambridge, where they came from and how far some of them would travel. You had people driving 4 hours, 8 hours each way and what have you to go see Caitlin Clark in Cambridge. And they don't want to do that if she's not playing. I expect that while the prices may be different, I expect the Indiana Fever will still draw well at home while Caitlin Clark is out. The Fever will probably still draw well with TV ratings while Caitlin Clark's out. Not so sure about Fever away games when if Fever fans have to travel, and I'm not so sure about the ratings on all the other games because I think you got a lot of Clark fans who are tuning into those games will be like, you know what, I'm going to dial it back. I'm going to just watch the Fever until Caitlin Clark is back, and then maybe I'll go see some other games. But anyway, obviously this is huge. Going to be a lot of fallout the longer Caitlin Clark is out, the bigger the impact is going to be, which is going to affect the CBA. It's like a whole cascading effect. I mean, hey, who knows what it's going to do to my channel? I might not be here when Caitlin Clark gets back, but anyway, let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. I think this was fast. This is going to get interesting, folks. Buckle up. You think all the other stuff was interesting? This is going to be interesting too. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, appreciate you being here. Go have the day you deserve, and I will talk to you later.